What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Season 4 NHL 22 Seattle Kraken Franchise Mode Series. If you missed the last episode, pretty big sign in the offseason. Austin Matthews is now a Seattle Kraken, hoping he can lead us to a Stanley Cup. I feel like we got a pretty solid squad here. I'm going to show you guys the lines next. Johnny Gaudreau, Austin Matthews, and Matthew Savoy in the first line get a +5. This is going to be Savoy's rookie season. Really hoping he can win a Calder. He's going to be playing like an 88 with Matthews and Gaudreau, so really no excuses if he doesn't. Everly Beniers and Zegras on the second lines, a very formidable second line. Schwartz, Gordon, Yale, Model on the third get a +1 as well. And then we have Vesalainen, Taves, and Backlund on the fourth line. So I feel like all throughout this forward group is crazy. Now defensively we're lacking, but +5 for Giordano Letang is definitely a big boost. Lucas Johansson and Condre Mill on the second pair is pretty solid. Cale Fleury and Dante Fabro on the bottom pair also isn't too bad, especially with them getting a +2. So defense could use some work. Luckily though we have a very good offense. Goaltending, I think, are still solid. Grubauer starting, and DiPietro backing him up. Unfortunately, Grubauer has dropped to an 85, but I feel like that's not too bad. First power play here gets a +5, so hopefully they can go off. Second unit, no bonus, but pretty good players there. It's actually 2 forwards at the back end, just kind of was the best for us. 4-man power play, the first one actually gets a +3, so like I was saying, the power play needs to do well. PK, +2 and +1. I think it really helps the additions of Backlund and Taves, both very good two-way players. 3-man here, 2 zeros, but honestly, we'll take it. So, looking at this team, I think for sure a playoff team, maybe a Stanley Cup contender. AHL-wise, we get +1 the first 3 lines. Cole Lynn there, 82, is in the AHL team. Ho-Sang, AHL All-Star. Bemstrom's an 80, Middlestat. Like, some really good players on this AHL team. Defensively there, Susi Rathbone +3, Regula, Alcott-Yuck. I don't know if anyone corrected me in the last episode. Both get a +2. Ludwig Wallander on the bottom pair. Saugard here's an 80 overall starting goal in the AHL. Wallstedt's a 78 backing him up. Forgot to mention too in regards to the NHL team, we actually have Jared McCann scratched. He was kind of the odd man out in terms of chemistry, so I'm actually going to try and trade him right at the beginning of the season, whether it be for a prospect or a pick. Definitely don't think I'll be doing like an NHL move. Two guys who are wanting with the ratings. Our team looking pretty good here. So we got 97 offense, kind of insane. 88 defense, 85 goaltending. Captaincy has not changed. Giordano still wears the C, with both Everly and Letang wearing the 2 A's. I also wanted to show you guys an update on the record book. I think I mentioned it a couple episodes ago, but we're literally writing the record book here for the Seattle Kraken, so it's kind of cool to take a look at it every season. Everly there's still the franchise leader in points with 186. Goals still goes to James Schwartz with 80, so we'll see if anyone can pass them this season. I think we're just going to make that trade for McCann, and then we'll start the sim. And real quick, guys, I want to give a huge shout out to Bounty Sports for sponsoring today's video. They're a daily fantasy sports platform that's changing things up with a simple, easy-to-use pick'em style where all you have to do is pick the teams that are going to win that night opposed to building a fantasy lineup. Signing up is super easy. It takes about 10 seconds. And if you use my code TACTIX, you'll actually get $5 for free. No deposit necessary, so you can literally go on the site and win free money. Once you have your $5, you want to choose which contest to enter. They have a ton of different ones to choose from. Obviously, I'll be choosing NHL, but a variety there for sure. The entry fees are cheap, usually ranging from $1 to $25, but the prizes are quite big. I think they get as high as $1,000. So for this one, guys, we're simply going to enter the NHL Pick'em $5 contest. So all we have to do is predict which teams are going to win on opening night. If you choose the favorite, like Tampa Bay here, you'll get 1 point, and if you choose the underdog, you'll get more than 1 point. Basically, you're hoping for the most points from that night. You can choose all the favorites, but you're going to be capped at a pretty low score. Opening night, I think Tampa Bay, defending Cup champs, do beat the Penguins. Honestly, I'm rocking with the Kraken, their first ever game. I think they're going to come out buzzing and beat the Golden Knights on the road. Gotta take the Leafs there against the Canadiens, get some revenge for last year's playoffs. I'm going to go with the Rangers there against the Capitals. I think the Rangers might make the playoffs this year. Definitely the Avalanche over the Blackhawks. Oilers over the Canucks. How are you going to bet against McDavid and Draisaitl? And finally, hammer the Jets versus the Ducks. My maximum points there is 8.5, but I'm picking all the teams I think are going to win. Enroll, it's that easy. $5 to enroll, confirm. There we go. The total prize pool for that contest is $135. First place takes home $60, plus there's other prizes there for second to sixth, so not too bad. Again, all you gotta do is click the link in the description box below and use my code TACTIX for a free $5 when you're starting out. No deposit necessary. I highly recommend giving Bounty Sports a try. Now, guys, let's get back to the video. So right now, guys, I'm offering Jared McCann to the Ottawa Senators for a second round pick. They're a conservative seller, so hopefully, they don't have a great season. It's a high second rounder. Pretty equal value. This McCann trade also would give us a bit of cap space for the deadline. Let's see what the Senators say here. Trades rejected, okay. And look at this, guys. I saw the Senators have Colin's brother. At least I think he is. Kalen Lynn here. Maybe they'll trade him. The brothers, since we already had the Fleury brothers. I'm pretty sure we had another set of brothers as well. And they do say yes. Okay, so maybe that's meant to be. This is an interesting trade offer, guys. Carolina Hurricanes want to give us, I believe, Tyler Johnson in a third rounder for 2 seconds and Wallander. Tyler Johnson must have had a career year to earn himself a $7 million contract. It is Tyler Johnson, and I guess so. He's back up to an 85 now. 70 points last year, not too bad. 68 a couple years before that. I mean, it's pretty respectful, but really no reason to take on this contract, especially if we're getting up some pretty nice future assets. So after Christmas break here, guys, team's not doing as good as I expected. We're 17, 16, and 1, so just over 500. I felt like this team was a lot better than that. Matthews playing pretty good, 38 points there, 34 games. We're, 5 points back of a wild card. Actually, Blackhawks have a wild card. They're 35, same points as us. So we're right there. Definitely got to play a little bit better here, though, heading towards the trade deadline, because if we're still in limbo area, I'm definitely not going to make any big trades in case we don't make the playoffs. So hopefully the guys can turn it around. Alright, guys, this isn't good. We were actually playing pretty well in January and February, but we decided to go and lose the last 5 straight games here up till the trade deadline. 31, 27, and 4 now. We are in a wildcard spot, but I mean, if we even just win, a couple of those games, we're actually above wildcard, I think, in the Pacific. Or never mind, we'd actually still be a couple points back of the Ducks. Trevor Zegras, 69 points, 62 games. Nice. So we are in a wildcard spot, tied with the Avalanche. Golden Knights, though, right on our heels, tied with us just to play an extra game. The Blues, Blackhawks are also pretty close, so it's very, very tight. Definitely going to try and make some moves here to make our team better. Winnipeg there just fired their head coach. I'll say we're a conservative buyer. Wouldn't mind, obviously, improving our defense. I think that's our biggest point of need, especially Giordano's probably going to retire any season now. John Klingberg there. 5 years left at $10 million. I don't know about that contract. Philip Hiddle, he's actually unsigned. Christian Dvorak. Ehlers, that'd be pretty nice. Drew Doughty, 3 years left at $11 million. Granlund, Adam Pelech, Leonard. I'm surprised Leonard's on the block. David Perron, could bring him back in. Andre Palat, making a lot of money there, $8.5 million. I mean, Pelech, maybe we could make a trade for. Something happened there. We got, $7 million-ish in cap space? So, let's see what's out there. Alright, guys, I'm not sure if this is going to be enough. I'm trying to get Jamie Drysdale right now from the Ducks. 22 years old, 89 overall, medium elite. Kind of the same situation as Trevor Zegras. I just feel like he's undervalued. You look at it there, he's got less value than Philip Forsberg, making $10 million. Offering up Dante Fabro, similar age, 83 overall though, so he's not as high rated. Sheldon Fratton there, 21.69 medium elite. Our other goalie I think is a bit better. Detroit second rounder. This probably isn't enough, but gonna give it a try. Trade's rejected. And we just had a trade coming from the Islanders. Adam Pelech, a third and a fourth, for 2 seconds, and Jaden Schwartz. This is interesting. I feel like I still would like Schwartz in the forward group. He's got 32 points, 63 games. He is third line, so he's not playing as much. Adam Pelech, how's he fit? Apparently doesn't fit on any of our lines. That's not good to see. And that's accurate too. It's got the full 4 bars. I don't really think I want him. He's got no chemistry on our team. I was trying to make a deal for Drysdale, guys. Didn't have any luck. Now I'm going to try and get Pietrangelo from Vegas. Because he's getting older, his value's not too high. Less than Theodore there. Even though he's the same rating, just making more money. Ethan Bear, Gavrikov. I saw Ethan Bear's 82. Gavrikov is worse than him, so he doesn't help us out. But as I was saying, before I got interrupted by EA's trade proposal, Pietrangelo there, still an 89, even though he's 35. $8.5 million for the next 3 years is a lot of money, but obviously trying to make this team better right now. And I'm doing the same offer I gave for Drysdale, Fabro a second, and Fratton. See what they say. Trade's rejected. I could have had our first round pick here. I'm just really worried if we miss the playoffs. Oh man. Alex Pietrangelo though, if we get him, we probably don't miss. This team's built to win now, I think. Fabro, Fratton, a first and a second for Pietrangelo. Plus we're getting him from a division rival, making them worse. Although it's actually worked out the opposite for us before. I think I got Crosby from Pittsburgh, then they somehow beat us in the playoffs without Crosby. Whatever, we'll give this a try. Trade is still rejected. Wow, I don't think I can land him. I'm trying so hard to get him more defensemen, but there aren't very many and none of them are on the block. Now having said that, guys, I just remembered Klingberg was on the block. He's making $10.2 million for the next 5 years. 32, so until he's 37. He does have an X Factor there, tape to tape. At least we're pretty sure he does. This is a risky one. He's playing decent, 35 points. He's only got 3 goals. Averaging, 27.5 minutes a night. Fratton, second rounder, Fabro, our package we've used for the last 2 offers. I've got them retaining $2 million on Klingberg because at 8.2, giving up Fabro, we're actually only adding about $3 million in terms of salary, and the contract length, Klingberg's only signed 1 year longer, so it's not the worst, and we're getting a big upgrade. We'll see what they say to this. I feel like they probably won't retain salary. Trade's rejected. Man, maybe we reduce it to $1 million. I need them to hold something. I feel like Klingberg, $10.2 million until he's 37 is really going to cost us. Let's try and at least get it down to 9.2 there. Trade is still rejected. Xavier Bourgault, before I do this, I gotta make sure he actually fits. Okay, all defensive pairings plus PK line 1. Hopefully he'll still be good in at least 3 years. Then we can kind of worry about dumping the contract after that. This is a big package here for Klingberg. Trade is rejected. I honestly think they won't do it if they have to retain salary. He is an 89 overall defenseman. He's 32. I feel like we need a number 1 defenseman. It's something we don't have. Let's try and get Klingberg here. Wow. I know he's a meme and everything, guys, but right now I'm trying to get Drew Doughty from the LA Kings. He just won in Norris, what, the first season, so 3 years ago. $11 million there for 3 more years. I had him retaining $2 million. He's 87. He has an X factor. Kind of like a worse version of Klingberg. He's also already 35, but not signed for as long. Fabro and Fratton there. So basically, if they do retain $2 million, we're only adding about $4.5 million. See what they say. Trade's rejected. I kind of figured that. We're going to go back to our original offer. Fratton, Fabro second for Doughty with $1 million retained. $10 million D, man. I mean, $10 million bucks is still an extra 5 on Fabro. Let's see what they say. Trade is still rejected. I can't, honestly, guys, I'm not giving up more than that for these aging, expensive D-men. This might be like the first trade deadline in a while where I didn't make a trade happen, but it just, it's not worth it, right? You gotta think, is this contract gonna hurt us more in the future? If it is, it doesn't make sense to make the trade. I accidentally double-clicked A, skipping by the trade deadline summary, but I think I can still see it in the transaction news. Hornqvist here on waivers. Oh, 78, 38 years old. I was thinking he was still like an 80 or something. Hopefully, we can see all these trades. If not, I apologize so much. Player and pick trading. Okay, there we go. So, Columbus gets Josh Bailey. Islanders there get a prospect 2/3. Tampa Bay, Dominic Cahoon, not bad. Montreal got Adam Pelech. He ended up going there. Islanders only got 2 seconds for him. Brendan Othman, pretty good prospect right now. And at this point, he's probably a decent player with Barclay Goodrow. Rangers got 3rd, Navera, Scandella. Some picks being moved between St. Louis and Dallas. Boston gets Victor Rask, Tristan Jerry, 2 others from San Jose. But they traded Fabian Lysell for that. I don't know about that one. Vince Dunn moved to Arizona with a 3rd. Minnesota gets Dino Niederreiter. He actually returns to the team that drafted him. Marcus Peterson to St. Louis. 2nd and a 6th to Pittsburgh. Christian Dvorak to the Leafs. Montreal gets a 1st-round pick, 2 prospects. Toronto also got Sam Lafferty. Vancouver there gets Josh Mahura. He was on our team, I think AHL for a bit. Philadelphia traded a 1st and a 3rd for Max Jones, a 3rd and a 5th. Jonathan Duran and Sammy Niku go to Florida from Montreal. Ryan Getzlaf to Calgary with Jake McCabe and Nikita Zadorov. Whoa, that is a big-time trade. Chicago got back a couple prospects and Nicholas Walter, a goalie, and Logan Stankoven, who obviously is a solid prospect. And LA here got a 1st-round pick for Eric Johnson and Justin Holl, not bad. Winnipeg there got Daniel Chaika and a 3rd from Vegas. Vegas got a 1st. Colorado there gets Robin Leonard from Vegas for 2 seconds. Cal Pearson goes to Ottawa. So, I mean, a lot of movement here. Really no blockbusters. I guess Jonathan Duran, Christian Dvorak, probably like the biggest names traded. Fabian Lysell, honestly, at this point, is probably a pretty good player. Adam Pelech as well, but no superstars really. Now, even though we didn't make any trades, guys, I'm looking at the team, and I noticed a ton of overall changes. Matthew Savoy is already an 85. Beniers up to an 88. Yamamoto 87. Taze is down to a 78, but he is 36. Giordano's a 79 now. I feel like he's probably going to retire. Letang there is an 81. We'll definitely need someone to kind of fill the role of Giordano, not only as captain, but top D pair. Goaltending is still the same. I was thinking about maybe, switching up to special teams, but +5, +3, like that's pretty solid. The PK there looks not bad. I really don't know what I could do. Like, there's no other way to get +5 on the first line. I think really at this point we're kind of at the will of the sim. We just gotta hope we get lucky. Also, guys, at the beginning of the episode I was mentioning how good our AHL team is. Like, tons of high 70s on offense. We got an 80 in net, good defense. Look at this. We have 105 points at the deadline. Bemstrom there, 66 and 63. We are just the top team by far. 49-7-7 right now. That's nuts. This is insane, guys. The regular season's over. We finished the record of 39, 38, and 5. So just over 500, or actually below 500, depending on how you look at the OT loss. Did not make the playoffs. I thought this team was destined for greatness, honestly. Matthews there over a point per game with 84. Not a bad season, like 83 points. Golden Knights 87, they missed. Blues 92 was the worst playoff team. Definitely gonna need a shakeup. Like, I don't know what happened. AHL team though. Oh my, that is insane. 135 points, 64, 11, and 7. Are you kidding? I gotta look up like the AHL record for most points. Bemstrom 84, 82. First though, we'll take a look at the NHL team. Again, definitely gotta make some moves this summer. Johnny Gaudreau also at 84. So that first line was good. Zegras at 83, over a point per game. Beniers 66, Savoy 60. Good chance to win the Calder. Letang 57 at 37 years old. Definitely glad I didn't give a 1st-round pick after seeing that we missed, but I don't know. Like, I thought this team was built pretty well. Really good chemistry. Goaltending, let's see. Grubauer, .902 to 3.09. That's not great, but it's not terrible. DiPietro's numbers are pretty bad. A .87, a 4.23. Usually backup plays a bit better. I don't know about that. Maybe just a rough year. You hate to see it. I'll take a look at the AHL team next. So Bemstrom over a point per game. Same with Cole Lind. Ho-Sang is close. Again, just AHL All-Star. Xavier Bourgault, 75. I think maybe he makes NHL team next year. Rathbone, 66 is pretty solid. Casey Middlestat. I mean, we signed like all the best two-way players, basically. Our AHL team should be insane. Goaltending, Sawgard, 50 wins, 7 losses, 4 OT losses, 5 shutouts, .925 and 1.91. If he doesn't grow, there's something wrong. And we got him signed $850K for the next 3 years. So I'm really hoping he grows. Maybe he'll take over for backup instead of DiPietro. Taking a look next year at the entire league. DeBrincat, 125. This dude has simmed so well in this franchise. 93 overall. Now he seems to always be on the top page of scoring. Dylan Strom, 116. Okay. Peterson, Kane there. So that top line for Blackhawks. Ovi went away with 51 goals. DeBrincat actually beat him. Eichel there. Quinn Hughes at 101. 83 assists. I mean, Dylan Strom, 94 assists. Jeez. David Pastrnak, 98. Barzal, 96. I'm surprised, like, 4 years in now. Seems like McDavid's not always at the top, which is why I think he's underrated. Toffoli, 90 is pretty crazy. McDavid should always be, you know, if not first, top 5 in scoring. The fact, I mean, look at that, 84. McDavid should be doing better than that. He actually is up in rating to a 96, but yeah, in my rosters, I'll definitely making him like a 97 high franchise, I think. Taking a look next here, guys, at defense. Quinn Hughes, of course, 101, is going to lead that category. Trangelo, 68, we tried to get him. Unfortunately, like I said, no luck. I'll take a look at rookie skaters. Ah, dang. So Savoy actually got beat by 3 guys. Joakim Kamel was the 11th overall pick, 2022. Oh my goodness, 99 slap shot and wrist shot power. This creative guy just comes in. I mean, how are you going to compete with that? Lundberg here has got an X Factor, 83. First overall, 2024. Matti Ruutu here was the 4th overall, 2023. Savoy, of course, was the 6th overall, 2022. So he played well. Unfortunately for him, just some better rookies. Goaltending-wise, Linus Ullmark there, most wins, 41. Who had the best save percentage here with actual goalies. Semyon Varlamov, 40 wins, .913. Looks like it's all backups of the best goals against. Varlamov, 2.93. Wow, it's actually the highest. That's pretty high, and that's with, again, shot frequency turned up to high, so supposed to fix that. I noticed DiPietro there, the worst for us. You hate to see that. And so I just Googled it, guys. As far as I can tell, the Hershey Bears have the AHL record for best regular season with 60 wins. We just put up 64, so I think this is the best AHL team of all time. Hopefully they can take on a Calder Cup. 3 and 4 years would be pretty incredible. It sucks, of course, around the NHL playoffs, but it'll be fun at least to see how this AHL team does. A lot of good guys here I think could come through. I mean, Cole Lind's literally an AHL player just playing in the AHL. So, playing the Chicago Wolves in the first round. Come on. Okay, so we beat them in 4 there. The last game was actually a big OT win. We've got the Manitoba Moose up next. Let's win the first 4. Home and home. Oh my gosh, we almost got swept. They win the first 3. Can we reverse sweep them? Come on, this team. If any team can do it, this team can do it. We have a chance. Are you kidding me? 3 in a row, Game 7 at home. Palm Springs, wherever this is. And we're up 2-0. Ho-Sang Bemstrom, 3-1. Bemstrom again, Meyer for them. And we hold on. Wow, the reverse sweep. I thought we were done for sure. This team's got some fight in them, though. You'll love to see that. So in the conference final, we're up against the San Diego Gulls now. Again, obviously, we're going to have home ice advantage throughout the playoffs. Won the President's Trophy, or the equivalent of. 1-1 there through the first 2. And we're 3-1 now against the Gulls, going to the final. And there we go, we take them out in 5. I want to actually watch this one if we do win it, because I forgot to watch it the first 2 times. Look at that, Toronto Marlies here. I'm curious kind of how our AHL team matches up with the Marlies, because I feel like we're super high rated, but maybe there's other teams with, you know, just as good an AHL team. Those jerseys are... Somebody made the logo for the Seattle Kraken AHL team. They did not, you know, decide to even put it on the jerseys, though. That's unfortunate. So we have 80 offense, 83 defense, and 78 goaltending. Marlies 75, 73, and I think 69. I hate how you actually can't sit there and see it. 60 goaltending for them. Wow, so we are so much better. Here we go, guys. 7 in the first game. 2-1 lead, Regula Wallander for us. Wow, they answer back 3-2. Matthew Perot's on their team. And they hold on there. Colin gets 1, and Dowling, though, gets the game winner. That's okay. We lost 3 straight in the last, or 2 rounds ago to the Manitoba Moose. We just still found a way to come back and win it. I feel like we've got to take at least one game at home, though. If not, not going to be good. 4-2 lead. Ko, Paling, Bemstrom, Susi. 7-3. I feel like the team found a way to score 8-5. What a crazy game there. I feel like neither goalie showed up, but that's alright. We believe in Saugard. I feel like, he's 80 overall. He's giant. He's basically the next Ben Bishop. He can lead us here to a Calder Cup. We're in Toronto now. 2-0 lead. Wallander and Bach. They get one. And they get another one. OT. And there we go. OT hero. Alec Regula buries it in the back of the net. We have a 2-1 series lead now. Just have to win 2 of these next 4 to be Calder Cup champs for the 3rd time in 4 years. 1-1 game. Paling for us. Still tied. 3-1. Not a good 3rd period. So 2-2 series, best of 3. We got the home ice advantage. I think I say that every time, but I like those odds for us. Game 5, this is big, because if we lose this, you got to win back-to-back. Down 1, Kopaka. 2-2, Bemstrom gets 2. Bemstrom's been just a beast. He would have honestly earned himself an NHL job. 3-3, come on, Bemstrom. Game-winning hat-trick, let's go. And Xavier Bourgault, okay, I'll take it. It wasn't Bemstrom, but I just wanted to win. So all we got to do now is win one of these next 2. Are we going to win in Toronto or are we going to win in Palm Springs? Here we go. Game 6. Calder Cup on the line. 1-1. My apologies. 4-1. Bourgault's got a couple now. Melanson, Bach. Alright, let's resume sim here. 8 times. Hopefully the boys can hold on. I mean, Toronto had a 4-1 lead on the Bruins. Blew in the 3rd. 4-2 now. They're out shooting us by quite a bit as well. Definitely not over yet. Sam Lafferty we actually saw was involved in that one trade Toronto made. Trying to remember who the bigger piece was now. For some reason, I'm only remembering Lafferty. Xavier Bourgault again. Is that a hat trick for him? Matthew Perreault's 5-3, 2.5 minutes, 1.5 minute, 40 seconds. All right. I think we're going to be Calder Cup champs here for the 3rd time in 4 years. There we go, guys. Cole Lynn just buried the empty netter. This game is ours. Here we go, guys. 5 seconds left. Cole Lynn wants another. Xavier Bourgault there buries the rebound. These guys don't quit. And I was worried about him having a hat trick, guys. That is his 4th goal of the game. That is unreal. It's now 7-3. This team is ruthless. 1 second left, and there we go. Palm Springs Hockey Club, I believe is the official name of the AHL team, taking home their 3rd Calder Cup in 4 years. Just incredible. Sucks the logo's on the jersey. I'm not sure if I can... I don't think I can edit jerseys in franchise, so I think that's something EA would probably have to do because it's the default AHL team. Colors are nice, but yeah, we definitely like the logo there on the jerseys. Marlies, sorry Toronto fans, I'm sure you wanted them to win, but had to take them down. I feel like the AHL team already in 4 years would be considered a dynasty. They've just been that good. Pretty impressive. And our captain just came out to accept the Calder Cup. So I guess you don't get like the MVP of the playoff award animation when you watch the AHL one. That kind of sucks. But it's good to see that his hands are actually on the Calder Cup. I'm pretty sure the 1 year, like their hand was way off it because they just used like the same Stanley Cup model for where they put the hands. So this is cool to see. Looks like they actually passed it around a little bit faster as well. So slightly different here to the Stanley Cup animation. I feel like we're actually seeing more guys lift it, which is kind of nice. And there you go, Saugard getting it again. Incredible regular season run. I'm really curious to see, how much his rating is going to go up over the summer. And of course, you got the pick here, Casey Middlestat wearing the A for us. I'm actually not even sure. It's terrible to say. I'm not sure who was our captain. I feel like it probably should have been Cole Lynn, but who really knows? The captain of this team was actually Melanson. That's what I get for not checking on the AHL captaincy. I'm not sure how he was wearing the C. Bemstrom there was the other A along with Middlestat. But like I said, a pretty good run. Has the Stanley Cup, has been awarded with Calgary Flames. So let's take a look at the awards here as well as the playoff tree. Who'd the Flames go through? Canucks in 7, Blues in 5, Preds in 6. Swept the Sabres. The Sabres somehow, even with all the losses they've had, are still simming good. It makes no sense to me. They went through the Leafs in 6, Bruins in 7, Blue Jackets there in 5. I do want to see our AHL team's playoff stats, how everyone did. So Emil Bemstrom there, 23 points, 22 games. That's not bad. Cole Lynn, 21, Middlestat, 19. So, the guys you'd kind of expect to play well, I'd say, did. Again, Ho-Sang, I think it's like an AHL MVP for us. I'll never be bringing him back, even though he's done growing and everything. I think we've won 3 Calder Cups with him. Saugard here, 15 and 17 in the playoffs, .906, 2.7. So, not as good as the regular season, but still pretty good. We can actually look at the AHL awards next. Let me sim. Probably only take like a couple days. Alright, so here we go. Flames, Stanley Cup, Boston Bruins, President's Trophy. I actually forgot to check where we finished the entire regular season, so I'm going to do that after. Individual awards, DeBrincat, Art Ross, and the Hart. James Norris, Quinn Hughes, DeBrincat, Lady Bing. Kemmel there got the Calder, Chuck Conn Smythe. Murray Vezina Trophy on the Blue Jackets. Mers Lincoln's, though, I guess with Murray, William Jennings. TVR there, Bill Masterton, Dallas coach Jack Adams, O'Reilly Selke for the 3rd straight year, DeBrincat, Ted Lindsay, and the Maurice Richard. Alex DeBrincat. Are you kidding me? How many awards was that for him? 5? Wow. DeBrincat won 5 awards. Absolutely cleaned up. We, of course, won the AHL playoff. We also won the regular season, which means we won the conference and the division and the playoff conference. So I think we took home 5 AHL team awards. Individually here, Sean Corrali, most points. He also got MVP back-to-back years. Kabanov there, most goals. Verana, rookie. Rathbone, best D-man. That's pretty cool. Maybe he'll grow. Saugard, best goalie. I figured he had to win that. Regula, MVP of the playoffs. I'm surprised. I'll have to go check Regula's stats. We had a bunch of forwards over a point per game. Jonathan Berggren, sportsmanship, cool to see. Saugard also had the lowest goals against. Let me go check our playoff stats here, because Alec Regula, 15 and 22. I guess that's pretty solid for D-man. Plus 29, that's why they gave it to him. That's actually kind of insane. Like, when you look at everyone else, plus 29, the next best plus 13. Said we will have been a plus minus, but plus 29 with 3 game-winning goals. Wow, Alec Regula, yeah, it was a bit of a beast in the playoffs. I didn't even notice him, so I'm glad to see, that they did recognize that with the MVP. NHL, like I mentioned, I actually totally forgot to check where we were. Bruins were on the President's Trophy, so I think we probably finished top, wow, where were we? 23rd in the league, tied with the Lightning. I mean, it can't feel too bad. The Lightning are there. Last place was the Oilers. Oh my goodness. Not good for Edmonton. Goals for, not on the first page, and we're not on the last page either, so we're somewhere in the middle. Goals against, not the best, nor are we the worst. Okay, so we were just a very mediocre team this year, which obviously for me I think's worse than anything, because I'd rather be terrible and get a first pick or be making the playoffs. So, like I said, definitely some moves to be made. Hopefully it can be active at the draft and the free agency and make some moves that really improve this team. Look at that. Edmonton, of course, picking 1st overall. They already got Shane Wright. What draft is this? 2025? No idea who could possibly get taken 1st overall. The guy's like, what, 12 right now or something? So we're summing up to the draft here. View retired players. Is Mark Giordano calling it quits? Patty Kane is. Wow. We're still a 91. I feel like DeBrincat's production's got to go down. Him, Stroh, and Patty Kane rolling that Chicago first line. Pavelski as well. Jason Spezza, Brent Burns, Parise, Letang. Letang's a big one. Scored more than Giordano. Him and Giordano both might retire together. Brown, Duncan Keith, Hornqvist, Lucic. There's Giordano. Wow. So, yeah, we lost our entire top D pair. He was down to a 77 after the playoffs. What was Letang rated? Still an 81, but yeah, losing our entire top D pair. That's going to be tough to come back from. Brassard, Gagne, Neal. I feel like a lot of 2003 draft picks in this one because that draft was just so stacked. Craig Anderson, Corey Schneider, Carter Hutton. A pretty big retirement year, I'd say. Following players are now coaches. Brown, Burns, Pavelski. If we need a coach, I always like bringing back an NHL players. I think it's really cool. So we'll get to the draft now. We still have our 1st round pick, luckily. Lots of cap space. I mean, between Giordano and Letang, I think they're making about $10 million or so. The Edmonton picks on the block. Now, I think it's just like a classic medium elite guy. Yeah, that's why. He's a gem, which is kind of funny. Like, yeah, so 1st overall, Connor McDavid's a gem. I'm glad I'm paying my scouts here. Schubert. We could try and make a move on him. NHL ready. Sean Monahan is a right winger. Really, we need a defenseman, though, more than anything. I think I'd almost take the Holinka guy if I did pick 1st overall. Edward Vlasic, though. That's like a defensive defenseman. Do we have any other gems here? We have 2. 90 and 40. Could take 40 with our pick. Is that guaranteed medium top 4? They're pretty sure. And, oh my goodness, this winger here. 50-50 medium franchise. He's like a 3rd rounder. Okay. I love seeing that. I doubt he's franchise. If he is, he'd be the best value pick I've ever made. No guaranteed medium elite steals. Nor do we have any guaranteed low elite steals. Medium top 6. This guy's guaranteed or pretty close. 244. Okay, so I'm definitely going to be taking him. And I just pinned him. I feel like that's something I wish I could do in the draft. Trying to get a small trade here, guys. Saying Tays back to Chicago. He's down to a 78. He's 37 years old. We've got a lot of good AHL players. They do say yes. They want the captain back. Okay, that's nice. Alright, guys. I can't believe this, but Vegas has Shea Theodore on the block. Basically, his contract's up. He's going to be making, I think, $11 million after this season. I don't want to wait too long in case a pick happens. But yeah, 11.5. Schwartz and Fabro combined make 10.5. Schwartz, we have tons of forwards. Theodore is a huge upgrade on Fabro. 1st rounder next year, hoping we're good. Yui there, low top 6. The value looks pretty equal. In fact, Theodore's on the block. Maybe they say yes. Trades rejected. Woefully insufficient. Okay. Honestly, guys, I don't see any studs at 10th overall, so I'm going to use the 10th overall pick rather than next year's first. I feel like that should be better. Let's try this. Are you kidding me? Alright, guys, so I was trying to move up in the draft. Unfortunately, it was no luck. I was thinking maybe the Sharks would budge, but to move up 5 spots, I offered them James Schwartz and a second and something else. They said no. So we're just going to make our pick here. We really need defense more than we need offense. Jonathan Versi, I'm thinking, is who I'm going to go with. 50-50 medium elite. NHL ETH 2 years. I feel like you're not going to get better than 2 years. 50-50 medium elite. He's like the only defenseman there. I guess Warner here, WHL. Similar style, none. I believe Versi is Rob Blake. Yeah, that's pretty good company. Alright, hopefully he's not bad. 67 medium top 4. I mean, 10th overall pick, not terrible. We'll take that. And next, you guys are trying to move up in the mid rounds, getting the 77th overall pick from the Coyotes to get one of the prospects I like, offering them 2 4ths and a 7th. I'm hoping this is enough. Trades accepted. Okay, so those guys I pinned should be able to draft all of them. Also, too, I'm still thinking I might trade James Schwartz, potentially even Dante Fabro. Really just give us tons of money to completely rework this team, because obviously we saw this year didn't work out. Next, you guys are offering Schwartz and a 5th to Tampa Bay for a 2nd. The value's pretty equal. Let's see what they say. Trades accepted. Okay, so I'm hoping with that 2nd, because it's 41st. There was a guy we were looking at who I believe has like central scouting rank of 40. And you look at my pins here. Yeah, Hunt. So hopefully he's still there. Actually, central scouting rank's 45. Our scout ranks him 40. So yeah, he should still be there. Again, Schwartz was decent. We have so many forwards coming up though. I just kind of wanted to clear some cap. We have a couple guys pending. Yanni Gora, Jordan Eberle, they need contracts. I don't know if I'm going to re-sign them, but I do want the option. So the first 5 picks there, like I said, pretty standard. Our pick, 67 medium top 4 and Versi, not too bad. Do we miss out on any medium elites in the first round? So far, not the case. For there, medium top 60 for the Islanders at 23, and that's a tough pick. Medium top 9s into the first. Oh my goodness. The Predators drafted Pody, 69 overall, medium franchise goalie, 29th overall. What a pick by the Preds. So like I was saying, hopefully get lucky here this 41st pick. We're going to take Hunt, obviously. Guaranteed medium top 4. Gem, 62 overall. So he's almost as good as our first round pick. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that. Now we're picking round 3 here. Definitely going to look at the 2 pins. Who's supposed to go first? I guess Bermanstrov 95, then Severson 98. So we'll take Bermanstrov as also a gem. And 63 overall, low top 6. That's not too bad. Our next pick's 82. Our guy better still be there, I swear. He is still there. Okay, yeah, 98. Mauricio Severson, medium franchise, 4 years out, but that's fine. He's got even medium elite. And he is medium elite, 63 overall. I figured there's probably no way we get a forward with franchise potential in the 3rd round, but that is a steal to get that late in the draft. Moving on now to the 4th round. I think we still have 1 guy left pinned. 244. I don't think we have to take him right now at 106. Still got a lot of time. Let's sort by potential. There's 1 guy left, 50-50 medium elite. He's a goalie. I'm willing to take him. Nurminen. Medium French, not that great. Now we actually have another 4th round pick. See, like a guy who's going to be a 70. Why do I care? Guaranteed low top 6. That also sucks. I'm willing to take a chance on Clarence Ness here. Hopefully something. Low top 6. That's not great. It's also not terrible. Round 6, we'll definitely take the guy we have pinned. Ternaski there. Probably medium top 6. Medium bottom. Wow. It was like 3/4 chance to be medium top 6. That is just unlucky. So our last pick now in the draft could really go anywhere. Our scouts like that guy. I've learned that doesn't really mean anything. Medium bottom 6, NHL ETA 5 years, not worth it. If you had like a 2-year ETA or something, it'd be worth to take that potential. 50-50 low elite, Shirkov from Ukraine. Low 70. We're getting pretty unlucky on some of these, but what are you going to do? We got that steal in the 3rd round. Our first 2 picks, both medium top 4 defensemen and Versi and Hunt. Happy with those. And now the resign phase here, guys. With $29 million in cap space, Matthews overall actually went down by 1 for putting up 84 points. Kind of funny. Yamamoto dropped from an 87 to 84. That sucks, but his potential's gone up. Matthew Beniers there at 89. He's going to get paid. He wants $8 million for 6 years. We've got 6 years left, so it's really not that bad of a contract. I think he'll probably do 7.5, and I think that's pretty fair for an 89. I do think it's like a little weird how, an 89 overall without an X factor is not as valuable, I think. It's like an 87 with one, but it's kind of the name of the game, I guess, this year. Yanni Gora doesn't want to come back. He'd be a really nice 3rd-line center for us. Oh my goodness, especially at that price, 83. Like, they usually cost a lot more than that in free agency. I'm willing to give him what he wants. 2 years, 2.8. We're saving half the money we were paying on him before. Hopefully he'll come back. Best line I'd like to get, at least on the third line, get him more ice time. He actually played, pretty good, I think, on our power play. Eberle's on the thumbnail. We got to bring him back. 1 year, $3.5 million. Probably take a bit of a discount. Let's try like 3.2 there. Cole Lind, I think I could get him in the NHL team as well. We'll try 1.7. I'm hoping I have room. I like to start my position for that reason. So let's see. Cole Lind's 11th best forward. Okay. Bemstrom's actually currently on the NHL team, so we have some wiggle room there. Ho-Sang, like I said, AHL MVP, bringing him back. Xavier Bourgault here, $22.77. 3 years. I don't know why his price isn't going up. He should grow. He's been playing well in the AHL. Hopefully that's a contract that works out for us. Looking at defensemen here, we definitely have to add at least one defenseman. Luckily, we got 5 80 pluses all locked up. Rathbone, Regula, I'd like them to come back to the AHL. Rathbone, probably just 1 year because he is 26. Regula, I mean, AHL MVP, yeah, let's do 2 years. I feel like he deserves like an extra 25K there. Wallander, $22.78. I just don't know why Detroit let him go. I feel like worst case, just, helps with the AHL team. McIsaac, 25, only a 76. He's probably not going to turn anything, so I feel like a guy like that you can let go. Georgievic here, he's got the X factors and everything. I'd like to get him actually playing the AHL, so I'm going to give him a contract and hopefully he does well. Now looking at our goalies here, guys, Grubauer's locked up. DiPietro, he only wants 125K. I mean, there's really no risk. Just put him in the AHL. Worst case, if Sagar does grow, earns that NHL backup spot. Wallstedt's there. Fried, medium elite. Obviously, we got to make sure we give him a contract so we can keep him. We actually have so many goalie prospects. A lot of these guys, though, beat him back, got the 2 medium fringe starters. Probably never going to sign. All right, so Rathbone there. Easy decision. Came back. Same with Matthew Beniers. That's awesome. Eberle. I was not happy with the team's success during last season. Wow, so we'll have to pay him more. Yenny Gordo, easy decision to come back. Same with DiPietro, Cole Lind. I thought maybe Lind would be pissed. He was in the AHL. Does not seem to be the case. Looks like everyone signed but Detroit Eberle, the man on the thumbnail. So let's give him exactly what he's asking for. We'll still have about 16 million in cap space, maybe 17, which is more than enough to get a superstar. I actually almost forgot Mikael Backlund here. Pretty solid 4th line center option. I'm offering him $2 million for 1 year. Hopefully he comes back as well. And there you go. Backlund's coming back. And Eberle still says no, even when we give him exactly what he's asking. That's annoying. I'm going to try getting an extra 250K. If he's not in front of the thumbnail, I'm not sure if I do this. There he goes. He comes back. So we have just under 16 million there, which is a lot of room to work with. Yeah, we really need a #1 defenseman. Hopefully somebody's available. Honestly, maybe even a starting goalie. Grubauer for us. I don't know. I feel like maybe we could get somebody better. We're at free agency now, guys, and look at this. Adam Fox is available. Exactly what we want. A #1 defenseman. He's only 27. He's quite young. 92 overall. He wants $13.5 million. So people talk about the Leafs, top 4 making 40, or their 3 best forwards make 30. We're gonna have Matthews and Fox making like 25 million combined. If I sign him, actually more. It'd be like 27. But I mean, there's superstars. I feel like they should be able to lead this team to a cup. Pretty sure Fox has his own ability as well, unless he somehow lost it. Kent Johnson is there. He's got to be an RFA. Yeah, he is an RFA. Okay. It would be kind of cool to, reunite him with Beniers, but not going to have the cap space for that. We're going hard on Fox. $13.5 million. I feel like how many other teams are going to be able to match that? Let's just exactly want 7 years. Hope for the best. Leaves us about $2 million to basically sign some value for forwards, which is fine. Because we had like Yamamoto and Schwartz on the 3rd line. They'd be fine in the 2nd line. Goaltending wise, Linus Ullmark, Mackenzie Blackwood. It's a 1 overall increase on Grubauer, and we're actually paying him more money to do it. So, yeah, I think we have to stick with Grubauer. Maybe, he didn't have good enough defense in front of him. If we do improve the defense, he'll play better. Josh Brook here, 26, 80, wants 800K. I feel like worst case, helps with the AHL team. Speaking of that, I'm looking at 2-way defenseman right now. There is nothing here. It is pretty poor, but, some guys might be willing to take a 2-way deal later on. I'll take a look at forwards next. Poulin, why is he here? That is, or actually, you know what? I think Pittsburgh's already got an offer on him. Yeah, we'll still make it, but no way we get him. Jacob Pelche, what? Jacob Pelche, 2480 UFA. Let's get him locked up. He's already an 80. What? Thank you very much. I'll make sure no one else gets him. Caught Tracy. Tracy's an RFA. Holmstrom, 2479. Kovanov, 2580. Why are these guys just available for free? Like, I don't understand why teams aren't signing them. Nikin in here, we'll do the same thing. We'll do like 2 years, 900K. Martin Cott, 2579. Again, Like, these guys maybe have great chemistry on the fourth line. If not, just help with the AHL team. And I'm looking at two-way goalies next year, guys. There's actually a pretty solid one available in Allenfeld, 24.79 medium starter. Thing is, we've got Wallstedt and Saugard in the AHL. Like, we don't really need him. I'm just kind of surprised to see, you know, some decent guys there. There we go. Martin Kaut. Hopefully I said his name right. Accepts his offer. Josh Brook. Kavanov there. Pelche, that's the guy I wanted. Already an 80. 24 was the youngest. I think he comes in. Pool inside with Penguins, that's fine. Kin in there, also signed with us. And I noticed, guys, I'm at 49 to 50 contracts. Fox hasn't decided yet. I want to make sure we have enough contract spots. Hedman I kept, but honestly, 25.73. I don't even think he was in our top 12 AHL forwards. Bach here's got me in top 6, but one left to grow. He's only at 76. We can live without these guys. Tampa does say yes for the 6. Okay, so that's pretty nice. Usually all you can get for that is a 7. So it should be good if Fox does agree to our contract. I mean, wow. Simply have not offered me the dollars. Are you kidding me? Sami Niku in a third for Eberle, Sagar in a fourth. We'll see how good Sami Niku is, but how much money did Fox get paid? Literally gave him what he asked for. Niku's 83. I need a number one defenseman. We already have enough, like, you know, mid 80s. Wow, they gave Adam Fox 14.25 million. So they gave him an extra 500K. I guess fair enough. Matthews is getting paid 15, so Fox and him actually made 29 million, almost 30 combined. That is crazy. Fox is exactly what we needed. I guess I should have offered more money, but I didn't think any other team honestly could have made the offer that we made, so that's pretty crazy. And then look at that, the next best thing is 83, Jacob Bernard Docker. He is, you know, 25, couple years left to grow. Vince Dunn, who we actually had. I feel like, wow. Just not worth signing those guys at that price. Alright guys, so I'm circling back to the Vegas Golden Knights to try and get Shea Theodore. We need a number one defenseman. We don't have one. He's got an X factor. He's still relatively young, 29. 88 overall, making 11.4 for next 6 years. Dunham here, immediately goalie. First round pick this year. We better make the playoffs. And then Xavier Bourgault. Value's pretty equal. He's on the block. They want all three things. I don't know. If they say no to this, I just don't get it. Trades rejected. You need to sweeten the value just a touch, they say. Just a touch. Are you kidding me? I'm going to try adding a 4th round pick. We'll see if that's just a touch. And it is. Okay, there we go. We have our number one defenseman now in Shea Theodore. That took a while to get that done, but I'm happy to have that. Miller, Favreau, Fleury, Johansson, and then I guess whoever makes the team in that 6th spot. Wouldn't mind, you know, still maybe, you know, adding one more 85 plus D-man if we can. In terms of cap space, still have about $5 million. And like I was mentioning, guys, I was looking around for value contracts. Logan Brown here, 27.84, only wants 2.3. 87 D awareness. He's got 95 strength. I feel like he fits in perfect to our bottom 6. So I'm going to sign him right now. I don't know, 2.4, 2 years. Hopefully he says yes. And there you go, Logan Brown accepted his offer. So 6'6" center out of the bottom 6 should help out. Also, guys, I was just looking at our 2 defensemen we drafted first and second round. I was wondering why this one had so much more value. As you can see there, he's got an X factor, take-to-tape zone ability, a few others, whereas Hunt there has none. So if you guys are kind of wondering exactly how much more value the X factor gives, looks to be about double. And next year, guys, we're trying to make a small upgrade on defense, offering up Cale Fleury in a second to Colorado for Devin Tays. 84 overall, making 4.8 for the next 2 years. It's pretty reasonable. Fleury needs a new contract. And I feel like we can go up an extra second since we have the Red Wings one, which apparently is going to be pretty high, and the Red Wings also be doing that well. See what you have to say. Trades accepted. Okay, so we got a new look defense. I feel like, you know, forwards are going to have some young players. Hopefully those changes are enough to get us back in the playoffs. Alright guys, so we're about to start a new season now. Hopefully the changes we made in the summer is enough to get us back in the playoffs. I'm going to show you the lines here. I feel like again we're looking pretty good, but I thought the same last year, and of course we saw what happened there. First line, no changes. Why would you break up a +5? Especially they all did well. Yeah, Miles on the second line now with Beniers and Zegras. We got Vesalainen, Gordon, Eberle on the third line. Lynn, Brown, and Kovanov on the fourth. Kovanov's up to an 82. In terms of other growth, Yamamoto did bounce back a bit to an 85. Defensively here, Theodore Favreau's top pair getting a +1. We got this Brook guy we signed, playing with Miller on the second pair getting a +2. Then we got Taves and Johansson on the bottom pair. So I feel like the D definitely, you know, is improved there. Theodore leading it. Goaltending wise, DiPietro actually went up in overall. How you go up in overall with the worst goals against in the league, I don't know, but I'm not going to complain. I'm going to take it. Obviously, too, we still have +5 on that first power play. So see what happens with the NHL team. AHL wise, I mean, they look pretty stacked. They look poised to win their 4th Calder Cup in 5 years. Even defensively there, like everyone's a high 70. In goal, Sauger's now an 81. Wallstedt's a 79. Like Honestly, our AHL team's a bit of a cheat code. Also, two guys with Giordano's retirement obviously had to name a new captain. I decided to give it to the guy who's I think been on the team the longest. On the thumbnail, Jordan Eberle there rocking a C. Yanni Gourde, I guess, has also been on the team just as long, so he's rating an A, along with Austin Matthews. It's actually kind of crazy. You look at everyone, not counting Beniers, I guess, because he was a draft pick. All these guys are new on the team. I guess, Colin was picked too, but he was in the AHL for a bit. Defensively, I think everybody's new. I think everyone's new on D. Grubauer's still in net, but yeah, the team definitely, has changed quite a bit. Hopefully, like I said, this team can actually make a run. I feel like, we've got about everything. Maybe the D could be a little bit better, but, overall pretty happy with it. Let's see here. 97 offense, 90 defense, 85 goaltending. Vancouver there had like 57 D because it's a preseason. They don't play their best players. But those really should be good enough ratings to make the playoffs. We'll see what happens. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave that thumbs up. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, make sure to sub button below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.